The Samsung Memory MBMD1TOSA Sonic Pro Plus is one of those products that quietly slots into your everyday tech setup and very quickly becomes something you rely on. On paper, it's a 1 TB microSD card aimed at gamers, drone pilots, and action cam enthusiasts. In practice, it's a surprisingly versatile bit of storage that feels purpose-built for people who want speed without fuss. After spending some time with it, I've come away with a strong sense of why Samsung pushes this card for high-demand use cases, because it genuinely holds its own where lesser cards tend to stumble. Right out of the box, there's an air of solidity to it. Naturally, it's still just a microSD card, tiny featherlight, easy to misplace if you're not careful, but it doesn't feel flimsy. Samsung's build quality is reassuring, especially considering many users will be popping it in and out of devices like drones or action cameras, often in less than gentle environments. It's designed with durability in mind, and although I didn't torture test it in extreme weather, it certainly feels ready for real-world knocks and jolts. Performance is where this card earns its pro badge. With read speeds up to 180 megabytes per second, it handles large game files, high-resolution footage, and rapid-fire burst images without a flicker of hesitation. Loading games on a handheld console feels noticeably snappier with less of that sluggish wait you sometimes get when using more affordable cards. For drones and action cams, the UHS-I U3 rating means it can comfortably keep up with 4K recording, even during fast-moving scenes. There's something quite freeing about not worrying whether your storage will choke mid-flight or mid-adventure in real-world use. Copying files from the card to a laptop was pleasantly quick. It's not going to rival the blistering speeds of top-tier NVMe storage, but for a microSD card, it's impressively efficient. Transferring a batch of high bitrate video files didn't turn into a coffee break job, which is always appreciated when you're trying to keep a workflow tidy and timely. One thing that stands out is how quietly competent the card is. It doesn't shout about clever gimmicks or experimental technology. It just works, consistently and without creating friction. Whether it was slotted into a Switch, a GoPro, or a DJI drone, it performed exactly as expected. There's no unpredictable behavior, no pauses, no frustrating errors, just smooth, reliable storage you can trust to do its job. That said, the card isn't necessarily for everyone. If your usage is limited to everyday smartphone, storage, or casual photos, you might not need this level of performance or capacity. The 1 terabyte size is undeniably generous, and for some, it might even be overkill. But for those who shoot a lot of footage, travel frequently with compact gear, or prefer having every downloaded game available without constantly reshuffling files, the extra space feels liberating rather than excessive. Price-wise, Samsung does position this card in the premium bracket, which is understandable given the performance and durability on offer. It's an investment, but one that makes sense if you rely heavily on fast, dependable storage. When you factor in the time saved on transfers and the peace of mind during demanding tasks, the value becomes clearer. Overall, the Samsung Sonic Pro Plus 1 TB microSD card is an excellent choice for power users who want speed, capacity, and long-term reliability wrapped into the smallest form factor imaginable. It doesn't try to dazzle with flair, but instead delivers a quietly confident performance that elevates whatever device it's paired with. For anyone serious about gaming, filming, or flying, it's a storage upgrade that feels genuinely worth it.